So, someone has a responsibility or responsibilities to take care of. Nobody puts baby in the corner. So, someone has a responsibility when it comes to taking care of somebody, but someone feels like something is going to be picking up quickly, or something is going to be picking up quickly. So, somebody has other responsibilities they're dealing with, handling, but they also feel an attachment to you. And there's something that someone just does not want to see clearly. It's like they're looking too closely. They're so deeply involved in a situation that they're just not wanting to see something for as it really is, or deal with the emotional attachments that come along with that. It's like somebody wants to do things with a divine femme or divine masculine, and they're feeling protective over somebody, like nobody puts baby in the corner, but they're dealing with everyday responsibilities. Something is moving quickly, or it's going to pick up speed. So maybe something happened really fast. This could be feelings, emotions, developments. But someone is so closely involved in something, they're just not seeing it clearly. They refuse to acknowledge and deal with the emotional aspects in their feelings towards a situation. Could be how they feel about you. Want to know a secret in the reverse. So somebody's keeping secrets. Science is a process of investigation. So somebody has something to figure out. Somebody could be investigating their emotions, their feelings, and they're doing this secretly. So this could be somebody who's dabbling with something and they're keeping it a secret, trying to figure something out. I don't suffer insanity. I enjoy every minute of it. Someone could be driving themselves insane, trying to figure something out. This would be a good time to be grounded or get grounded. Whether you're this person or this, you're the person that this person feels this way about. Someone is investigating, digging. It's like someone's trying to find themselves, but they may be using you as a tool to do this. But it's kind of driving someone insane a little bit. Someone maybe think you're insane and they're trying to figure you out. But I feel like someone is driving themselves insane. The more they look into something, or the more they're forced to deal with the reality of a situation, and they're keeping some sort of secrets internally. They're not speaking out about something, that you're front and center. You could be all this person thinks about. So this could be a secret. Like if they have something else going on, if they have an attachment to somebody, they have all these responsibilities they're dealing with, but they can't stop thinking about you. They're on your mind 24/7. A four-leaf clover is hard to find, but lucky to have. An adult. So there's some adults here that, may have hooked up. And there's something really lucky about this situation. Like someone feels like they're lucky to have found you, but it may not be something that has I'm getting longevity, long-standing, something built to last, because everyone has responsibilities. You could have responsibilities going on. This person could have responsibilities going on. And something developed really quickly in this situation, and somebody may not have expected it. Maybe you didn't expect it either. I can't force you to be right. So you were right about something, but somebody just didn't want to see things your way. Like you could have already healed, ascended, done your shadow work, divine femme or masculine. You're at a certain level spiritually, intellectually. You pick up on things. You know things. Someone refused to, whoever this person is, they may have been refusing to see the truth that was right in front of them, and you're trying to let them figure some shit out on their own because they just didn't want to listen. Stop trying, give up. Somebody may have wanted you to stop trying to, and apart in the reverse. Okay, so that's the last card I have from that part. But so the energy that I'm getting here is like, okay, so the kind of person or a friend that you may have that will go to people who, they want to tell their problems to, or they want to tell something to, but they're not looking for a resolution. They're not looking for an answer. They're not looking for a way to solve the situation. They just want someone to co-sign their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like agree with them, enable them, or enable their behavior. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up. But it's like somebody doesn't want you to call them out on their bullshit, pretty much. You have some sort of gift. You can see things for as they are, and what they are. So it's not necessarily that it's you that is not seeing something clearly. It could be somebody that's trying to deal with you, or put you in a situation that maybe you're not comfortable in, or that you see it for what it is. Like if this is a third-party situation, it could be someone trying to make excuses, and they want you to enable their behavior instead of looking at as to why they would want to be in a third-party situation. Why aren't they healing this? What is this? Like you're trying to get someone, like as a healer, as a light worker, you attract a certain kind of people. And you have a tendency to bring out the worst in them, but also bring out that shadow side. And there's a reason for that. There's something that someone needs to heal. But they want you to stop trying to heal them and just give them what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're asleep and they don't want to wake up. You know, they want to keep something quiet and they don't want something brought to light. And someone just wants to be stubborn. I'm not stubborn, I'm just always right. Don't follow my footsteps, I'm also lost. That came out sideways. Confession's good for the soul. You know, it's like this person is just trying to keep everything hidden deep within. They don't want... I just feel a struggle. Like this person's struggling internally because it's not that they necessarily want to do the healing work, even though initially you may have thought they did. Or maybe that's how they came into contact with you, or like roped you in, you know, the like need to be saved kind of energy. And of course, as a light worker, you're like, oh yes, I can heal you. But that may not necessarily be what they want. They might not necessarily want to heal. They just want like their cake. You know, they want to eat the cake, have the cake, eat it too, and they want that scoop of ice cream on the side. But as a light worker, you, or, you know, for whoever this message is for, you see things in a different way, and you're focused on healing because you've healed yourself, you know how to heal other people. And so you're trying to bring out those healing aspects. It's almost like it's not like, okay, you do this without even trying. It's almost like you're forcing this person to face the reality or face their shadow side, but they don't want to see it. And you're not even doing it intentionally. It's just how you're built. It's how you operate. It's the science of it. And someone doesn't want to accept that if they deal with you, they have to look at the shadow side. If they want you in a third party situation, you're intuitively going to automatically jump to these questions. Why? Why are you looking for a third party situation? What is it you need to heal? How can I help you heal? But what is the end result? What is the goal? It's almost like a therapist. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it could be a good thing or a bad thing, but if somebody doesn't want to do the work or they don't want to face the truth, it's kind of hard to make someone face the reality of something that they don't want to see. So something could have happened quickly, and then you may have had to hit the brakes on something, and you're like, wait a minute, we need to take a moment to break this down. What lessons are we learning? Because as a divine feminine masculine, you're always learning these lessons, right? Right. You can agree if you want. I don't give a shit. But that's just the way it is. You're always supposed to be learning lessons. The lessons you learned, if you're a light worker, it is to help those others who are not as enlightened as you, help reach their ultimate enlightenment, help opening their third eyes. Someone's not coming back. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. You're not going to, because if this is a third party situation, they have other shit going on. They have responsibilities going on. Maybe you were expecting to hear from someone, or they were expecting to hear from you, and you kind of cut them off. Yes, luck is on your side because you choose to do the right thing. Even in a bad situation, even in a wrong situation, you choose to do the right thing. So you could have given somebody some space and time to think about things, to heal things, to go within, okay? Face their shadow side, because that's what you do as a healer, right? And luck is on your side because you don't abuse your power. With great power comes great responsibility. And I'm not saying you don't find yourself in some shitty ass situations. What I'm saying is, what are you meant to learn? If you are not meant to learn this lesson, what is it the other person needs to learn? And how are you going to teach it? And it's not all about giving someone the day they deserve and being someone's karma, although that tends to be the case. The karma comes because people choose to refuse to learn the lessons. That's why something gets out of whack. That's why something gets out of balance, and they have to learn their lesson. You're trying to help somebody learn their lesson before they have to face the karma and the consequences of what it is. I'm not saying there isn't going to be any consequences for what they're doing, but you're trying to help them understand why they do what they're doing, to help them break the cycle so they can get unstuck from this rut. This is definitely for a healer, a light worker, whether you claim to be one or not. This is just something that comes naturally to you. And it's gone on your whole life. This is just something that, you know, if there's been a lot of trauma, if you've attracted a lot of shitty ass people in your life, there's a reason for that. And that is because they're seeking healing, but to what level, and are they willing to put in the work? And you can only give so much time and energy, because at some point this person turns into an energy vampire. They're not giving out what they're taking from you. They just want a refill of that cup. And they know you have that good. And that's good energy, good WAP, good big package, good whatever. They want you to keep filling them up, but what are they doing with it once you fill them up? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're their source. You can be their source of whatever sustenance they need. But what are they pouring back into you? What are you getting from this? You're a healer. You get your fulfillment by knowing that you're helping somebody. It's like a servitude. It's like seeing the results of your hard work put in. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not seeing somebody have results, it's just an energy drain for you, because you're free. You have freedom. Somebody may be wanting to seek their freedom because they're attached, but you are free. Luck is on your side. You're free to do whatever you want. You're free to go at any time. Reveal. Someone could be wanting to reveal to you that they set themselves free from some of their responsibilities, or that they're going to choose to. But you also have to be careful, because when you attract those people, they're also manipulative and shady as fuck, and they're going to try to gaslight you and tell you what you want to hear. You have to figure out if this person is really wanting to change or not. Someone lacks confidence, so maybe they're keeping their distance from you because they have a lack of confidence within themselves. It can also be you having a lack of confidence that they're willing to do what they need to do. Okay? With they'll be back in the reverse and confidence in the reverse, you may lack confidence in the fact that they're actually wanting to heal or work on themselves. And so that could, those karmic lessons are a bitch to deal with, but sometimes you just have to, bow out gracefully and say, I've done all I can do for you. If you don't want to see the truth, somebody lacks courage. They don't have the courage within themselves. Leo could be significant. It doesn't have to be, but it could be significant here. But courage, a lack thereof, you lack someone's ability to step up and do what they need to do because you're not seeing the results for your hard work. It's like you're trying to educate somebody, you're giving them the math problem, and they still keep coming out with the wrong answer. But they're not even trying to figure it out. Like, you can give them the formula and everything, but they're not trying to figure it out. Someone's just slacking when it comes to the shadow work, and I'm strongly getting that. It's just somebody is just slacking with wanting to heal themselves in the situation that you found this person in, or they found you in. But someone here is a healer. And so your natural instinct is to help somebody heal in whatever way that is. It could be that sexual healing, it could be loving healing, like that trauma bonding. Like, you could have initially trauma bonded with somebody, but you've healed, you've had to do your shadow work. You're a healer. If you're a healer, you had to have healed. So there have someone that may have tried to attach to you due to some sort of trauma bonding. However, your natural instinct and reaction is to heal, help heal them of this. Whether or not they're going to do this, you're a high priestess or high priest. You're on your path. You have this new beginning. Someone may want to have this new beginning with you, but if they want to go on this path with you, they have to elevate to where you're at. They have to wake up. Somebody got scared. They were unemotional, detached. They were scared to face their emotions, to face the shadow work, to do the healing. And so you could have said, hasta la vista, baby. I got other shit to do. Because there's an official person here, and there's going to be a reason to celebrate. And this could be the high priest, high priestess, or it could be something else. It could be someone in a position of authority or an official person. You're celebrating life. You're happy. You're healed. Maybe you're going to be happy if this person chooses to take this path with you, but you're happy to walk your path alone. Because someone was keeping secrets, that they've been experiencing bad luck, that their deepest desires and wishes are not being fulfilled. So somebody wants you to fill that gap. They want you to enable them by just giving them what they need without them having to learn how to fulfill that cup themselves. The self-soothing crying child, that kind of thing. It's like somebody just wants you to come pacify them, be their pacifier, give them a Band-Aid, put a Band-Aid over it, but not actually heal the wound. And that's why there's going to be a transformation or rebirth. There's going to be a positive outcome here for Flying Monkey. So my hope is that they will go through some sort of transformation and have a positive outcome for this Flying Monkey. Either way, you're good. Alone, single, connected to somebody, even if this is just a friend, family member, whoever this person is, you're good. There's a transformation coming. And it has to do with whatever this Flying Monkey is. Okay, so time was up for this unofficial person with a love situation. So this this person may have to close out a cycle with somebody that they have some sort of love for or feelings for, or that they're connected to emotionally, because the time was up to heal something and it didn't happen. So somebody was trying to heal something, and this could have been someone that was trying to heal something with somebody else, and you were trying to help them do that, but you could have been the third wheel in the situation here. And they just wanted you to enable them so they could continue being in an unproductive emotional situation, but not actually have to escape it. And there was a message of concern. Yeah, there was a partnership. Maybe somebody thought that they were going to get their deepest desires and wishes fulfilled. This could be you. And if you're the official person, you could have told them, like, hey, dude, ma'am, lady, love, whoever you are, if we want to have a positive outcome, you have to end something with someone else, or this is not going to go the way you think it's going to. I'm here to help you and move along. You know, like if you're not going to do the work, something is going to end. There's going to be a positive outcome and a reason to be happy and celebrate for somebody in this situation. And it could be the light worker, you know, to get your energy back, to get your life back, to keep your own cup full, and not have someone draining you. But it can also be some sort of happy communication with someone deciding to actually step up to the plate and do the work. But this is a choice this flying monkey has to make, because right now they're just causing problems for you. They're draining you. They could be initially, you know, this person could have been initially sent to be a flying monkey, to spy on you, to gain information, to distract you. This person is a distraction, but in the distraction, you found someone that was in help, or in need of help, in need of healing. So once again, those natural instincts kick in, because you're an empath. If you have these gifts, you're an empath. So of course, you want to make them feel all better. Hopefully this person chooses to heal. I mean, in tarot, there's always a choice. Even though we lay the cards out for you and tell you what's going on, there's always a choice that people have to make. And these cards can very easily change. This can be the energy now. 5 minutes later, someone made a different choice, and the whole energy has changed, even with the same people. It's the energy, and it's the choices and the decisions we make when we're faced with that Wheel of Fortune choice that decide where you're going to end up in this situation, and whether or not you can help this person heal, and whether or not this is something that's going to lead to something. And this could be you feeling protective over somebody, okay? You know, you have that natural instinct. I'm getting like that motherly instinct within you. You just have that feeling that you just want to help people. And, you know, but you have to be careful, because some people exploit that, okay? There's going to be some sort of communication that something was just an illusion with this King of Wands. And there's going to be an ending, because somebody was a spy. Somebody was spying. So this, like I said, this King of Wands could have initially been sent to you under false pretenses, an illusion. Or they sent themselves there, okay, to spy on you, to gather information, to steal something, to be a thief. And that's over. Somebody wants to end being a thief or being an energy drain. There is going to be a permanent ending. Maybe it's them being a drain on you. Maybe this is someone who's going to choose to heal. This King of Wands is a naturally, they naturally get restless, okay? You know, it's like you have to keep their attention. You know, this is someone who would like suffer from like ADD or ADHD. I mean, they don't have to, but that's the kind of energy it is. It's like somebody gets distracted very easily. And so it's really hard for this person to maintain their focus. Yeah, someone was fighting a lot of conflict and battle. So somebody was creating this illusion around, you know, them being like this wounded, you know, warrior kind of energy, like I'm fighting all these battles themselves. And in fact, this person wants to be juggling somebody, and they're concerned about their financial stability, and that's why something is stuck and not moving forward, because you see through the illusions. They can't just be juggling you, okay? They can't just be an energy thief, a time drainer, and you're not getting anything back. You're not just going to enable somebody, get them all wound up, get them all excited to go spend your energy with somebody else. That's not how this works. If they want to go waste energy and do whatever they're going to do, they need to learn to fill up their own damn cup. You know what I'm saying? Someone's in a union or married, so someone's juggling their financial stability and a union that they're in. And they're trying to either do this to you or with you. They're either juggling with you or to you. and someone brought themselves under judgment because someone's stuck. The Chariot, something didn't move. Something is not moving. Their conflicts are not getting better. They're still experiencing bad luck. Well, why is this? I thought I attached myself to a healer. Because you're not healing. Because you're not healing. Someone needs to heal. They need to see the truth. They need to open up their damn third eye. They need to wake the fuck up. And you're trying, healer, whoever you are, man or woman, you're trying to get them to see the light. You're trying to get them to see the truth. You're really trying to help this person heal in some sort of way. But to what extent? How draining is this for you? Ask the right questions. That's how you learn. You ask questions, but it's you asking yourself the questions to get the answers. You have to go within. And if this person refuses to do that, if they want to just keep their secrets a secret about their heavy burdens, you know, even if you're a healer, this is a challenge. This could even be you. Like, you're keeping secrets about your heavy burdens, you know, like you don't advertise your shit. You don't wear your trauma on your sleeve. Just because you attach to someone through trauma, you healed. So you have the ability to recognize a need when someone needs healing. But then people think that they can exploit you and that you didn't heal from your trauma. That's part of that Earth Angel journey. You let people see what they want to see. You know, and while you're figuring them out, while you're testing their energy, seeing if they're really interested in healing and seeing if you can even help them. And once again, friend, family member, relative, lover, whoever this is, I feel like there's a lover situation here. Or somebody wanted you to help them heal, like within a marriage or a situation, because someone is connected to somebody here and they're juggling it. Ace of Swords, the bitter heart truth. Somebody has to see the truth, and this came out upright, so maybe they will see the truth. There's a possibility they will see the truth because of some sort of communication that was sent. Knight of Wands, so there was communication that was sent that may have been eye-opening, because you could have called judgment. You have that ability, you have that right as a high priestess. Your judgment is a righteous judgment. You have the ability to not go around judging people, but you have the ability to call judgment on a situation, especially if you've already healed from it. You can see things as they are. Not everyone has the ability or the right to go around judging people or calling judgment. Like, you're this, you're that, you're fake, you're fraud, you're not. No, I did not fucking say that. No. But there was some sort of communication. You put someone under judgment and you told them the truth, and now they can't stop thinking about it. Maybe they can't stop thinking about you. Whatever truth you spoke, it's forcing them to have to think because you pulled back your energy. And if you haven't, you need to. You need to pull back your energy, keep it to yourself, stop pouring into a cup that's not pouring back into you. And I don't mean that you guys don't have some sort of sexual chemistry, or, you know, you both didn't like have that massive I'm not saying that y'all don't have good relations together. That's not the point. If you're a third party situation to someone who's in a union, why are you doing it? Especially if you claim to be a divine feminine masculine, what's your purpose? Are you trying to help them heal, whoever they're with? Are you trying to get them to see the truth, and you're going to bow out gracefully and walk away and know that you've done your job and that you've helped heal this? Or are you going to be a home wrecking ass? I mean, or was this marriage doomed from the start, and this person is just enabling you because they're worried about their finances and they want to stay in this union? They don't want to leave because they don't want to lose any money. But they want you to fulfill their desires for them that they're not getting at home. You have to ask the right questions here. Because there was a Queen of Cups and an Emperor and some sort of communication, and someone's thinking about having a new start, a new beginning. This Queen of Cups and this Emperor, something didn't grow for them. Something was not going to grow, and this could have been you in this third-party situation because you were a third party and they refused to do the healing work. And if you were a third party, you were never meant to stay. You were never meant to be this with this person. So if you're a healer, what are you there to heal? Because something didn't grow. Something wasn't blossoming, and that's why there had to be an ending. The Ten of Swords. Because if you're going to go around just claiming you're a divine femme and you're hooking up with a masculine who's married, or vice versa, the other way around, but you're not trying to heal them, you're just trying to get your rocks off, there's an imbalance. You're meant to help heal. This is a message of concern. Something's out of whack. This is the challenge for somebody. They have literally been hit with the cold hard truth. You blasted them with the truth that there's an imbalance here. something is not equal, and something is never going to be equal as long as they're attached to this person. So what is it they need to heal? And as a healer, you wouldn't want this person to be with you, because if they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. They have to heal whatever this is before they could even be in a situation or relationship with you long term, because that's just how it works. You can't be with someone who is not healed if you're healed, because they're going to try to hurt you and exploit you, and they're just going to drain you, and they know they're going to get away with it for a while. And if you have ascended and you're not low vibrational and you're not in that low level bullshit, someone was being stealthy, being sneaky about an offer. It was never the offer that you were waiting for. They were never going to give this to you, and that's a secret they were hiding. They were never going to give you this offer, and it was a secret. They wanted you to think it was the offer that you've been waiting for, but why the sneakiness? Why the stealthiness? Why the deception? Why the secrets? It's because someone's living in fantasy land. They don't want to heal. They want to be enabled. And therefore, now we find ourselves in an emotional situation with the Five of Cups and being hit with that Tower moment, because this person brought judgment on themselves with trying to play games with an Earth Angel light worker, because you're not stupid. You're there to do a job. You're there to help heal. This person didn't want to. So, you want to bring that karma upon yourself by enabling them and not helping them learn the lessons? Or are you really a healer in the first place? So ask yourself the right question. Are you trying to help them heal whatever they have going on? Or are you using and exploiting each other? But there's going to be an ending here, because someone was being deceptive, sneaky. They were keeping secrets hidden. They were partnering up with somebody secretly, and they had no intentions of bringing you the offer that you've been waiting for. This is giving me false twin flame energy. The false comes before the true one. This is somebody who maybe you thought was your wish fulfillment, that this was a great partnership, that you guys are really meshing together. You complement each other so well, but they're connected to somebody else, and they're juggling both of you, and they're refusing to heal. So where do you go from here? Ask the right questions. Someone wants to make a love offer with the Ace of Cups, and they're traveling towards something. Something's going to have to be laid to rest. So this is a possibility. It's a possibility they could end things in that situation, in that union, and they may want to come towards you with this Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups offer, and lay something to rest, because somebody was not going to have a clean slate, a new beginning with the situation that they were in. They were stuck. They were at a dead-end street, and they want a partnership with you. So, and, if they choose to do the healing, this is what can happen. So if someone, accepts reality as it is and chooses to heal themselves and go within, this is what could happen. If they let go of the past, if they stop juggling, if they heal those wounds that they need to, strong childhood wounds, abandonment issues, whatever the situation is, if they choose to heal those wounds, there is a possibility for a love offer here. It's not impossible, but they have to lay something to rest. Something has to be laid to rest once and for all. Them just telling you that they love you and see you once a month to get their good and get their energy filled back up. The problem is, the challenge is, like I've been saying, someone's juggling a karmic situation, and that has to be laid to rest. That's the challenge here. Someone is dealing, and they need to learn their lessons. Did they learn their lessons with this risky commitment, because someone's juggling a risky commitment? This also may be you that is facing a challenge of having to let go of this karmic relationship, because you already learned your lessons and you realize that someone's trying to make you repeat cycles you've already healed from, and they're juggling you. You may need to release this so that you can get that Ace of Cups offer. There's always two sides to the coin, folks. Don't forget that shit. There's always two sides to every story, and a death, transformation, rebirth. Something has to end so something new can begin. And that can be this karmic situationship that this person has with somebody else, or it can be you that's attached to someone who's just draining you and using you, and you're enabling them so that you can get the Ace of Cups you deserve. So, there's always two sides to this. These came out sideways. Someone feels trapped in a third-party situation, or you're trapped. Someone's trapped in a third-party situation. They're bound. They're stuck. And there's a Nine of Pentacles here and a clean slate. So this could be you who needs to get unstuck and have a clean slate and focus on your pentacles and your financial stability and your security and building something for yourself. Empress. Somebody could want to have this clean slate with you and have this Nine of Pentacles with you. But there's a third-party situation. There's going to be some sort of swift action communication with the Queen of Wands. Now, is this their spouse, or is this them wanting to make you their spouse? Ask the right question. Because there's someone here who's going to take some sort of swift action or make some sort of communication to the Queen of Wands. Now, is this telling this person they're going to stick it out, work it out, that they're healed, that they want to make them the love offer of a lifetime? Or is this masculine who's cutting off this Queen of Wands so that they can come towards the divine femme because you don't do third parties? This person didn't want to heal. You could have been trying to help them heal their situation in whatever way. I don't want to get into that shit. How you do your shit. Not everyone's going to agree with how you do things or what you do, but it's about your intention, what you do. Your Eight of Pentacles here. So somebody's hard work is going to pay off. You're very talented. Somebody was juggling. There is going to be a positive outcome for somebody here. But someone's hard work is going to pay off. So maybe you do help this person heal. And maybe they want to make this communication with their wife or spouse that they healed. They understand that they want to work it out, that they love them. And, you know, they never want to leave them again. And then you go about your business. You go about your day. You go on with your life and you focus on your gifts, your talents, and your money. So someone was in despair about this juggling and being left out in the cold. So somebody did not get, the award they thought they were going to get, or props they thought they were going to get from being in a third-party situation. So there's a third party here. If you're a third party who's not a healer, okay, and you were just a boom side piece, you're going to get left out in the cold. And if you're a healer and you're a third party, that should be your expectation, is to get left out in the cold. Once they heal and they want to go back to their spouse, leave them the fuck alone and move on with your life. You have to look at this from a spiritual thing. Marriage is marriage. You're going to have to walk away. Someone needs to walk away. Bow out gracefully and step the fuck off. Let them do what they got to do. Do the right thing. Don't go around claiming to be a healer, getting yourself into shitty situations and trying to enable your own bad behavior, because then you're not a divine femme. You're not an empress. You're not a high priestess. You have to be able to do the right thing when it's time to do the right thing. Otherwise, you're not doing the right thing for the right purposes in the first place. You have to be ready to walk away from something. Because someone didn't get the gift they were expecting. They didn't get a wand. Someone was trying to steal a wand. This third party here, some of you were meant to help heal. And this person is going to go back to their spouse and they're going to work this out and it's going to be lovely and happy. Some of you are going to bow out gracefully and be like, okay, yes, that's what was always meant to happen. But somebody was trying to make someone a slippery offer, enabling their bullshit. And so someone's going to get left out in the cold and get their feelings hurt because this masculine was never going to leave their spouse in the first place. Okay, they were not planning on ever leaving this person. But there's going to be a message about an Ace of Cups and a reconciliation. So there is a reconciliation coming for this married couple. I see it's a reconciliation. This is a reconciliation within a marriage, a union. That cup of love is going to be poured back into, they're going to pour this back into each other because you did your job, if you did it correctly. And if you didn't do your job correctly, you're going to end up being butthurt about it. And you can be mad at me all you want about these third-party situations. I'm not saying that you're healing someone by being a third party to a marriage. If that's the whole thing that you get from this whole message, then step the fuck off, okay? Because that's not what I'm saying here. If you're not understanding anything except, oh my God, you're condoning someone cheating. Did I fucking say that? No. I'm reading the energy. I'm reading the cards. I'm reading the messages. I'm telling you what will and will not happen if you are this third party and you claim to be a healer, because this third party shit keeps coming out. So apparently this reading was meant to break it down for y'all. This is what's going to happen if you're just being a skanko and a third party trying to steal someone's husband. And this is what's going to happen if you're an actual healer and you were trying to help them heal so that they can do what they were meant to do. And if that pathing does not include you, step off gracefully. Live your life. Go on. We don't always get to choose our jobs as a healer. We don't always get to choose our missions, the lessons that people learn. But there's a reconciliation here within a marriage and a union. And for some healer, you helped make that happen because you forced this person to look within themselves. And someone actually did. Now, I'm not saying everybody's going to, but when you pulled back your energy and you showed them who you are, that you're not there to just enable their bullshit, you're just like, what am I here for? What is this about? Where's this gonna go? If the answer is nowhere, then step the fuck off, cut your losses, and let it go. Don't think you're gonna get anywhere in life by being a homewrecker. However, in this specific case, there's a beautiful reconciliation coming because I'm not it makes it sound like I'm enabling this third party shit, but because this happened, this person was able to look within and heal something within them and heal this union and pour their cup back to where it belonged. And now it's time to move on. It's like Mary Poppins. Your job is done. Move on. You can agree to disagree. I don't give a shit. Someone is being controlled by spirits in the last 2 to 4 weeks. So someone could have had some sort of sexual attachment, something, sexual about it. They were being controlled by lust, fantasy. And there was a betrayal, okay? And someone feels like they don't know you because you made them you forced them to see themselves, to look at themselves. You mirrored back to them what they were showing you. And I don't think they liked what they saw. This person may have similar religious beliefs like you. So that may be how you guys connected, how you started talking. And maybe why you thought that you could get someone to see the light or see the truth. There was a betrayal to someone's true love. Someone betrayed their true love with a third party, and I feel like they did it with a healer, or they did this to a healer. But for someone, someone's true love could be passing soon. They could be in bad health. That keeps coming out. Someone will be passing soon. Someone's true love has some sort of health issue, health condition, and they're married to this person, and they betrayed them because they were not getting something at home. And so they chose to step out with a third party who just might have so happened to be an earth angel who made them see where they really need to be pouring that cup of love back into themselves, their marriage, this person who needs them in this difficult time. But there's someone here who intentionally caused an injustice and crooked judges. And this doesn't always have to mean like a law, a judge. Someone could have called judgment and caused an injustice on purpose. And that's for those people who go around claiming to be healers who are not healers. And they were trying to do some shady shit behind the scenes. Someone was trying to take advantage of somebody. And they're going to end up frazzled. So they were frazzled, trying to figure out how they can steal this man from this woman. She doesn't deserve him, this, that, and the other. Have the day you deserve is all I'm going to say. Someone is intentionally lying to cover up their ass. And someone did something really quickly, too impulsively. And they were projecting their shit onto another person, and now someone's trying to cover something up, and someone just really needs to focus on themselves and just really focus on healing, because someone took advantage of someone. Someone needs to focus on themselves and their soulmate and be honest with themselves, because for some, this third party was not an actual healer. They were oh god, what's the word I want to say? They're shady as fuck. Like they were like a gold digger, energy drainer, or whatever the case. Like this person just wanted to take something that didn't belong to them, and they were very manipulative, dark. They had bad intentions. They were just being selfish. Okay, and someone needs to be honest with themselves and realize that they need to focus on themselves and a soulmate connection. Unfortunately for some, somebody was calling someone and they were just laughing at their problems. Charges will be filed. So there could be a legal situation that's going to get involved, because for some of y'all, this person wasn't a light worker or a healer. Something significant could be happening in the 6 to 9 months within a group. Someone said they gave up their player ways, and this is for the ones who didn't choose to heal. Someone didn't give up their player ways. Someone chose not to heal. They still chose to be karmic, to cheat on their spouse, to not heal something with someone, to not reconcile with someone. And there's something significant about a group or family. Something's going to happen. And there's a return to sender to this group. Okay, so there's a group here or a family that's going to get some bad shit sent back to them. You know, this could be the falling apart of a Ten of Cups situation because someone refused to do the healing, heal themselves, heal their relationship with their soulmate. And their soulmate could have been the person they were attached to. It could have been the earth angel. I'm not saying that the third party necessarily wasn't a soulmate. You might have had a soulmate with this third party earth angel if you're the cheater or the King of Wands in this situation, because they were meant to help you heal. But if you refuse to heal, something got sent back, you know, that transmutation of energy shit. Someone's gonna not be happy. You know, there may be a soul tie with you and an earth angel, but they did their job. They healed you, you know, or they helped heal you. You refused to heal, whether you chose to be in a relationship with or not. All's fair in love and war. Q, R, S, or T could be significant. Something was sent back to someone, a group of people. On Friday. So there's something significant about Friday that was sent back, return to sender. Good job. You're going to be free and easy, free as a bird. And this is going to have someone crying. So your freedom has somebody all tore up. You bowing out gracefully or stepping away from whatever crazy ass situation this is has somebody crying. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Or somebody deciding to set themselves free from this union that they are not supposed to be in. That's going to have someone crying too. Because when they heal themselves, if you were a third party to this situation, someone was juggling you and someone else, not in every case, so don't get it twisted, but in some cases, the person that they were married to was the karmic and you were always supposed to be with this person. That is not for everybody, so don't go around acting like you are supposed to do anything and everything to be with this person, and don't become the karmic shady ass crazy bitch that's trying to get someone arrested and locked up. Chances are, whoever, if that's the case where this person was married to a karmic situation that they need to escape from, chances are that there were false allegations, someone was falsely arrested, or somebody actually was arrested and charges were filed on somebody due to this person being a karmic and trying to control this person and keep them trapped in a situation. That's why it's not for everyone. If the person that they're married to didn't do all that crazy shit, then that part does not apply to you. You are not meant to be with someone who is actually not in, you know, like, people just need to go heal. Go heal yourself, man. Go heal. Oh, these all came out sideways. That's a lot. I'm going to reshuffle these. That's way too many. You can run, but you can't hide. You can't. When judgment has been called, just remember that people can call judgment on you too, you know? And if you can't withstand the fire, if you don't have a pure heart, if you're not doing things with the right intentions, you cannot hide from what's going to come back to you, because that return to sender, whether someone speaks it or it's just karma being balanced out, it's going to hit your ass hard. So if you're doing things with bad intentions and you're not doing things for the purpose of healing, ascending, moving forward, that's why a lot of earth angels and people are single. There's a reason for that. You bring out the worst in people. It's with good intentions, but there's a Gemini here who can't run from the judgment that has been called on them about their feelings they have. A Leo could be significant. Someone needs to think outside the box, or someone needs to get creative in a situation. It may be a Gemini who needs to separate from a Leo. And that's because someone was not sincere. Somebody was not sincere. At the end of the day, someone did something too many times. They struck out and they tried to have someone's back up against the wall. And someone's just a thief. And someone's rolling over in their grave because of whatever situation is going on here. Someone's ancestors can't believe what the hell is going on. What a family allowed to happen to somebody, to an earth angel. You know, you could have suffered, or whoever this person is that's married, trapped in this bad marriage, whatever the situation is. Someone's getting their wake-up call, though. That came out sideways. Someone is actually waking up. Wake up and smell the Folgers. Wake up and smell the coffee. There's something significant about August. You could have lived with someone under the same roof as August, or somebody wanted someone to live under the same roof as them. They did something in the nighttime that put them under judgment, and they're playing for the other team. So someone is your op, Pisces. Avoid this person like the plague, especially on a Sunday. And there's no time like the present. So there's something significant about now. There's no time like the present. Yeah, someone that you lived under the same roof as, or that somebody lived under the same roof as, was doing some shady shit at nighttime with a Pisces here, or they were a Pisces. You're avoiding someone like the plague, or they're avoiding you. Someone's your op. There's a reason why you're distancing yourself from someone. If they're not with you, they're against you. If you're an earth angel or something like that, a light worker, someone's sending you on a wild goose chase. You need to wake up and find out that someone is just using you and draining you, and they're going back and filling up their cup at home, and you're enabling this person. You're not helping them. Don't go patting yourself on the back just yet, because for some of you, y'all are barking up the wrong tree and someone doesn't want to be helped. A Taurus could have court issues. Someone from the past, a Virgo from the past fell off the wagon, so went off the wall, lost their shit, snapped. Now they have court issues. They lost control. Take the tiger by his tail with a third party. There's a third party who's yanking someone's chain, and boundaries need to be set. Hardcore. Boundaries need to be set with a third party situation, because someone's just yanking your chain. Whether you're the third party person, or you're the spouse that's getting cheated on, or you're the cheating ass spouse, someone's yanking someone's chain here, and y'all better figure out who the fuck it is before y'all go down in a ball of not glory. This is not going to be a blaze of glory situation. Not everyone's getting that happy ending. But for someone's going to kiss and make up. That came out sideways. So there is going to be a kissing, making up, and a reunion within a marriage with someone. Taurus could be significant. So there could be a Taurus here that's going to be kissing and making up with someone. I tried to look at all angles of this story and tell you how it's going to be, what it's going to be, with what decisions you make. Make good choices. Make good choices. O could be significant. Y, someone saying oy vey. I don't know, someone could be Jewish, of Jewish descent. I don't know. U. Wait. Oh my god. Ooh. Someone's having some like PORN style relations. V. Z. Someone needs to pull their head out of their ass before they lose someone forever, though. B. M. Someone's baby mama could be significant. Someone's ex-baby mama. R. L. I'll do two more. B. So now we're getting to double letters again. And A. So I have O, Y, U, V, Z, B, M, X, R, L, B, and A. I hope this helps. Have a good day.